Raiders about to kick it away and get this season started. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Harrison. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling to catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And the Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Here's a heat. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got a chance. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. defense will pass. He's got it on the run. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the lone back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
Finds his man, it's Lewis. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Manning. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry up.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And here comes the offense on second down. Tight end now in motion. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Hunter. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Defense in press coverage. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Looking for space. It's Lewis. Hard running there. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Vols will hustle to the line. Run in the red zone. It's Lewis. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Vols! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Coming out with it, it's Hudson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Williams looking for a man. Fakes the grab. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Offense, quick tempo. Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
On third down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense. Forcing the incompletion now, trying to set up a punt.
First step of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. At the 40, there he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Caught in the backfield, it's Harrison. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass. Spits it out to the back. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And that is no good. And here in the second quarter, this field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Williams will pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. First and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Red Raider!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. TCU is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 21 over Boise State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Smashes through the tackle. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Volunteers! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Might be changing the route. Williams looking for a man. Makes the catch. It's Joyner. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He unleashes a long one. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Red Raider. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Manning. Bringing the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
You're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Lewis. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
First half coming to an end. Offensively, you're trying to put a drive together. Get back in this ball game. The last thing you wanted to do was turn the football over, dig yourself an even bigger hole. Not good execution by the offense.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's got it. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Well, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tennessee. Ready to try the point after.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Quarterback on the keeper. Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. He wants to change this route. Williams will pass. Snagged out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him still on his feet. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
How about the day for this show? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point of 35-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa State is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Cyclones all day with almost no let-up. They're up by 27 over the Rebels. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off-play action on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Manning. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got rid of it just in time.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Slings it downfield. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the 3rd quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all of the momentum is squarely now on their side.
On 4th down, going to the air. Complete out of the backfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Catch in the middle. It's Lewis. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Vols want to move quickly.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The DBs will back off a bit. Second down, they'll go to the air. Release to the back. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Quick release by the QB. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
35, Tennessee, 21.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Vols kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Back to throw, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. DB's right up on the receivers. Leaves it with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vol! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Williams looking for a man. Here comes the heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the returner will be knocked down. Ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Jumped on top of the pile. The Vols moving quickly to the line. Looking for room, it's Butler. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Creates a little space. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
And the Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. A designed run for the quarterback. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Quarterback will keep it. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. Ground. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And a little bit extra pressure on this extra point. But it's good, and we're tied. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Leads it with the back. He gets a pickup of 6 before stepping out of bounds to stop the clock.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Williams will pass. Buys a little extra time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hudson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the 2nd overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They'll move the wide receiver. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this, in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now on second down. Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They'll go for it on 4th and long, trying to keep the drive alive in OT. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection, and they get nothing here in the first possession of overtime.
Well, they couldn't come up with it there on 4th down in overtime, so now their defense comes onto the field, and a lot of pressure on this defense now to keep the O out of the end zone.
First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. To the ground with the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So here comes the field goal team, and they'll kick for the win. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. And here we go, a field goal try to win it. And he got it. The kick is good. Wins the game in overtime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. And off Jones. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. To the air. It's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. Speeding down the left side. Running inside the 20. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to run it. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Grabbed in the backfield. It's dealt. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Craver. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The defense is the first one they've used this half. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Dropping back, it's Reed. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And he just chucks it into the 4th row. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses the phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
Got it behind the line. It's Concepcion. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Texas A&M going quickly. On 3rd and short, the power run here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Caught behind the line. It's Concepcion. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
The Aggies have their offense in high gear. Dropping back, it's Reed. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanting to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. He'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. To throw, it's Stockton. Now rolling to the left. Gonna let it fly. He holds it in and nobody's close. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Georgia. Once he got some room, it was over.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he can advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Texas A&M.
And the Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Looking for the first down. Texas A&M lines up on 4th. They'll run for it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
And it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over Mississippi State. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let it go. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Aggies want to crank the tempo.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike. We've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Running the red zone, it's Moss. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Quick strike complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it on the outside.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
They go to the ground. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Motion from the wide receiver. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football. Now you got a 4th down situation.
Georgia looking to convert this 4th down. He'll take it himself. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Trying to get the edge on the right. Oh, better look out. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. There he goes. He's at the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw at Stockton. Rushes on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass, it's Reed. Moves away as he feels pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing. And how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. They'll run the toss. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give to the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Gets it to him on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front 7. They're able to fight off the blocks on that 3rd down screen play, make the tackle, now setting up 4th down.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. On the run, it's Moss. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Texas A&M going up tempo. Trying to beat him to the left. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting it to the ground.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Reed. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Holds and fires it complete to the right. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Stockton. Quickly complete. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. On the move, it's Frazier. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Dogs are flying down the field. Quick completion to the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of touchdown Bulldogs. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Reed. He wants to go deep. He's got it all right. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. From the gun, the ground game. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The Aggies in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gapped sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Gets rid of it. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Dominated receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Pulls it in, it's Wilson. There he goes. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Might be looking to run. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. This quarterback, part of their running game. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, if they're going to come back and win this game, they need this guy's athleticism to take over, throwing it and running it. And a nice job there, David, of him understanding the situation, getting out of bounds to save some clock.
Yeah, get as much as you can, get out of bounds, because you can't have that clock ticking the whole time. Now, guess what? I can organize my next play. I can communicate it well. I don't have to be in such a hurry now where it gets frantic and sometimes things go wrong. Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The inside handoff. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Texas A&M going quickly. The toss sweep to the right. Slithers into space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 21 over Mississippi State. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Game is tied. Just a few minutes to play, and we'll see if this defense can stop a scoring drive. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Pulls it in. It's Branch. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Whistle blows. Clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He'll throw it. The short hands, it's Frazier. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Finds his man. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down.
He's going for the goal line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Timeout, Georgia.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
Drive comes from the 14-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team just, they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Georgia.